Quickly before we start, I actually want to say, for the first time ever, I'll be streaming at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to check out the new episode, have any questions about interactions, and want to win some VP, I'll be doing giveaways on stream live, so make sure to check it out in the description down below. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So in this one, I basically want you guys to master KO. Go into episode 3 confident, understanding all of his abilities, not just the basics, but in some sort of detail. So today, first, I'm going to show you guys the abilities, some interesting things about them, and then go on to show you some ability interactions. So let's just quickly go over his abilities. Quick. So first, his C is a grenade. You throw it, it pulses 4 times. Each pulse does damage. If you're in the center, it does way more damage than on the side. This goes for both allied and enemies. If I'm on the edge, it does 10. If I'm in the center, it does like 20. So yeah, easy peasy. You guys will understand that. You can, of course, also lob it if you need to, like over something. So you can both lob it and throw it. The next one, very cool pull-out animation, is his flash. His Q is his flash, and it's probably my favorite flash in the game. It just acts like a traditional flashbang. So if I throw it here, it bounces, boom, it flashes. Nice and easy. You can also lob it. So if someone's on this side, you throw it over, it's gonna actually pop midair. That's like amazing, right? You throw it, pops right there. Like, it's so amazing. You do that, it pops, bam. Nice and flashy, or nice and quick. Nice and snappy, that's what I wanted to say. It's really great. His signature ability is his E. Now I'm gonna quickly go into the cheats and turn off infinite abilities. When you throw his E, it's on a 40-second cooldown. It makes a huge area and then pulses. Anyone in that area can no longer use their abilities for a certain amount of time. Now this thing is definitely his signature ability. It doesn't really, it has like some fall to it, but it's pretty hard to mess up. Like even if I throw it almost straight, it lands all the way in the back of area A. So it's nice and easy. I definitely want to show you something super important though. When I say it's like a big radius, you guys have to understand how big. So if we go to site B, and let's say we're pushing in from here and I land at back site, right? Let's say right there. It covers everything, right? Like, it covers all here and tons of here. Like, it covers default easily, and it covers the back, and it goes through the wall. So even if you threw it here, everyone here is affected, right? You want to land at heaven, you don't even have to worry about like landing it super accurately. If you land it here, bam, heaven is covered. It's like an amazing ability. It's like borderline overpowered. We'll see what they do with it, but it's extremely strong. Now if I go a little further, you can see the full radius. Yeah, it's absolutely huge. The last thing, of course, is his ult. Once you pop it, it just starts pulsing, as you can see, like that. That's the second pulse. And that's the third pulse, and that's the fourth pulse, right at the end. Yep. So I'm pretty sure pulses either 4 or 5 times. Not the first one counts 2, so it pulses 5 times. And if I fly up in the air, it'll be a little hard to see the radius, but I want to try. I mean, it's really far. You can't even see it. See, like it's all the way over there. It easily covers the site. I guess that's what I'm going at. So if you're pushing from here, first pulse already is going to cover all of heaven, all of here. So I mean, the entire area becomes ability free. So yeah, this guy definitely relies heavily on gunplay, and this entire patch wholeheartedly relies on gunplay. I mean, without getting into details, this is probably the biggest patch in Valorant history. However, we don't have our hands on the patch note yet. So even though this is going to be a huge change to Valorant as a game, like I promise you, the fundamentals are changing. I can't get into that right now till I have the patch notes. So we're going to continue on with KO and his ability interactions. An interaction I want to talk about real quick is when you die while ulted as KO, you fall to the ground Fortnite style and are able to get revived by a teammate. There's an animation here like stabilizing core, and then pop, you bring him back to life. The enemies can kill you when you're down, but for some reason he has so much health. Like we had an enemy KO down, it took 2 operator shots and like a vandal clip before it completely eliminated him. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, just wanted to make sure you guys understand when you fall down, you can be revived by a teammate. But moving from there, let's go through his abilities one by one. The first thing is understanding how his knife works perfectly. It doesn't only tell you that you detected someone, it actually shows a profile picture as to who you detected. So even if we have the enemy KO behind a wall, the huge range is going to catch him and show me that I got 1 hostile, which is KO. If there's 3, it'll show all 3 profile pictures right at the top. So this is an information beast. It's kind of like how Sky says blinded, but with actual information displayed to you. Starting us off though with interactions, we have Killjoy. If you try to suppress Killjoy, it will not stop her ult. Both my ult and the suppression knife, if I try it on the ult directly, if I try it on Killjoy directly, it doesn't work. However, the grenade will destroy it in a single hit, which is pretty nice. If Killjoy herself gets suppressed, it will disable everything she is using, including the turret, as well as the alarm bot. You'll quickly notice that abilities that are placed as a trap that sit there stationary and work will be disabled, as well as any ability that an actual agent uses live, but any ability that kind of commits to its action after you click the ability key will not be disabled. It's a little bit confusing at the start, but hopefully more examples will clear it up. For Raze, if you throw the satchel and you disable her, she can't re-enable the satchel, so trigger it herself, but the satchel itself will eventually blow up. You can't stop an alarm bot because it's an ability that was already triggered before being disabled. However, if she pulls out her ult, you can actually just straight up stop it. You just stop her from ulting, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Even though she already clicked the ult key, since it can be put away and put back, and it didn't actually commit to it, it will disable it. Similar to if Sova pulls out his ult and I suppressed him, it will force it back. Same thing with Jett. She pulls out her knife, I suppress her, it forces it back, since it only works when the ability is, quote, used, and these abilities can be enabled and disabled. Also, it stops Jett from floating in the air, which I found absolutely hilarious. Cypher's traps get disabled as well as revealed. However, if he enables the cage before getting suppressed, it won't bring the cage down, and this works across all smokes. If Brimstone has a smoke up and I disable him, it doesn't make the smoke disappear. It doesn't undo an ability, except with one exception, but we'll get to that. If Cypher's in his camera, it doesn't only disable him, but it'll also kick him out of the camera and keep it revealed for me. This is basically a rule of thumb. If Sova was in his drone and he gets disabled, it will kick him out of his drone. If it's a live ability, they get disabled. It's pretty interesting. It's good you do interactions, or else it'd be hard to understand. Something like a Sova dart, since it's not controlled, it has an action it commits to after it's clicked, it will stay. All in all, remember, when I use my ult and the knife, they're both the same suppression. So anything working with the knife works with the ult. Reyna can't actually click the orb if she's suppressed before doing so, but if she already clicks the orb with heal or dismiss, it will commit through. So you can't kick her out of dismiss or out of heal. You can't kick someone off the spike. I know someone was going to ask that. It's not an ability. You can't do that. However, with Viper, this is so weird. Viper's smokes and walls can be disabled. Like Phoenix's wall doesn't get disabled. Smokes don't get disabled, but with Viper, after a few seconds, it actually brings down her smokes and her walls, and it continues to drain her poison. I don't get why. It's so weird. In her ultimate, if you disable her, she will bring down the smokes, but the ultimate stays up. So that's so weird. The interactions with Viper are super weird. Like, as if, I guess her smokes aren't coded as a dedicated smoke, since they are still a controlled ability like a drone, not like a Brimstone smoke. And I assume that's what happens. Here, if Sky's in her wolf, she gets disabled. She'll get kicked out of her wolf. With her bird, I thought maybe, since it's still a controlled ability, but the bird doesn't get disabled. Her ultimate also doesn't get disabled. Hope you're keeping up here. Next, we have Yoru. If he places down a teleporter or footsteps or anything placed down, since it's not exactly a trap, it doesn't get disabled, but of course he can't teleport to it while being suppressed. Moving on from there, we have Omen. I thought he would be an interesting interaction. If Omen teleports and he's already committed to the teleport, it doesn't stop him, both for his normal teleport as well as his ultimate. Again, if it's an ability that once you click it, you kind of have no more control after that, it won't disable it. If you continue to have control after that, it will stop it. That's kind of the general rule of thumb here. The other thing I wanted to check is KAY himself. You can suppress each other, one with a knife, one with an ultimate. However, when KAY is suppressed, his ultimate keeps going off. So right here, we both ult at the same time. We both get the stim and overload. You can see I'm still shooting hella fast, and it continues to pulse. It just stops us from further using any more abilities, but doesn't stop the current abilities from going off. But yeah, you don't have to try every single ability to understand how the suppression works. Just answer a few basic questions. Is it controlled, i.e. camera, wolf, drone, etc., etc.? If it's controlled by the player, it will kick the player out from that control seat. Is the ability a trap, where it actually harms the enemy team once they fall through it, i.e. an alarm bot, a tripwire, etc., etc., it will disable it. Does the ability stay dormant and kind of do its own thing after you click the ability? Then it will not disable it. Like a Killjoy ult, like a raise ult after you shoot it, since she loses control after, but before the shot, she still retains control, right? So that's basically how the programming works here. The only anomaly, I guess, is Viper, but she still lands within those questions, right? Once her smoke is up, does she still retain control of it? Yes, she can actually put it down by controlling it. Therefore, it kicks her out of her ability. That's basically all you have to know. Answer those questions and you'll always know what ability and how it interacts with others in Valorant and the suppression system. In the end, you guys will go into episode 3 understanding KO perfectly with those questions and understanding his suppression system. Of course, if you have any questions about all his other abilities, let me know in the comments down below. All the things I talked about with suppression apply to both his ultimate as well as his E, which is the kunai. Everything else is basic. It's, a flash and a grenade. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. At the time of watching this, it is 9 a.m. EST. I'll be streaming at 1 p.m. EST, so make sure to go check it out. I'll put a pinned comment down below, as well as it'll be in the description. And there you can chat with me. Let me know what you want me to try live, right? We can look at the battle pass, we can look at skins, we can look at abilities, interactions. Whatever you guys want to do, we'll have a ton of fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, consider subscribing, join the Discord using the link down below, and check out our Patreon to support the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.